You see it. Because yeah, I felt like this time that yeah, I pretty much reached the breaking point of yeah, I'm about to I gotta have my crash out at least before the end of 2024, as today is the final day. But yeah, so let me just get straight into it because I don't want to lose. Oh my god, yeah, I'd like to keep my IQ the way it is. So I don't know if y'all know who TWRP is, but yeah, you should watch. Really fun bunch of dudes, wrestling YouTubers that really make, at least for me, that really makes professional wrestling today a lot more fun. Because yeah, that's a whole lot of story there. At least in my opinion, because I don't know if some of you already know and you already come into my space before, yeah, you should know how. Or I'm one of those also in just an older generation of wrestling fans that just felt, if that feels like today's professional wrestling is not only not the way it used to be, but just refuses to get out of the bubble. That one aspect is not to be all to, like when it comes to that regards. But yeah, I'm watching the stream at right now as it was going on, and like I said, because this is what caused this video. Yeah, I was triggered. It's what caused this video to be good in the first place. Oh man, this dumb fuck. Yeah, he's right here too because you gotta excuse me for a minute because I just and also I just really trying my hardest to keep my sanity right here. But this dumb fuck actually said that of course, because everybody, don't get me wrong too, I hate that it's thrown around to begin with. You see it in like besides professional wrestling and any type of entertainment. But yeah, which is why and also I just hate fandoms and really like just like fanboys to begin with. You have this you have this bludgeon retard talk like repeat it had like tweeted. I know it's Twitter. So I'm already lost. I know I'm already taking the L on that one. Why am I even taking anybody fucking seriously on Twitter? It's Reddit's twin. But so like he said that if you are a wrestling fan, also I actually saw a couple of tweets like that. I mean, they're pretty regular, but yeah, like it said, if you're a wrestling fan and if you don't like the act of wrestling, then pretty much you're problematic. You should you should stop watching. All what all they usually fucking say. And it's like I feel like that is exactly why individuals like Tony Khan and Dave Meltzer continues to exist. I mean, not to say that it wasn't always because you had. I mean, not to say because there was always a generation like whether you want to talk about that if you want to bring up the golden era, attitude era. Of course, Ruth's aggression era, which really started that. An era of wrestlers that really. Which is also why I'm not really. When I say I'm not really, because it also plays. Which is why when I say I'm not really a fan, or never a really fan of these types of wrestlers. Even though I like Chris Jericho, but I was never a fan of Jeff Hardy. You know, as fun of a character he had, but Eddie Guerrero, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, is because which led to even like much more the bigger reason why you see why professional wrestling is as niche and outside of the mainstream bubble as it is. It's because I said also because you also have a generation of wrestlers like an Adam Page or a Ricochet. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on Ricochet. That sit down and they actually, yeah, I think that their shit stinks. I mean, they actually believe that just because they get paid, a minuscule of $1,000, or they have a bunch of neckbeard dumbasses, roaring back in the crowd, saying how sucking them off, saying how good they are in the ring. However, they lead them to believe that they don't have, that they can't take, basically, that, yeah, they basically said fuck all legends that try to, even if it's as heartwarming as they try to be to help these modern day wrestlers, because because they have their fanboys, groupies, gay groupies that suck them off so badly that, yeah, they feel like they don't need, or they're above when it comes to a certain, like, I said, and this is what the shit that gets me is because of the fact that the reason why that we like that, because of somebody like a Dave Meltzer, a Tony Khan, it, that has spawned, much as he's regarded as a legend, controversy as he is, and why, I always will continue to be a fan of his work. Yeah, CM Punk, like, they are the reason why these types of fans exist. And it's like, it's the same reason cause I kind of hear in some spaces that people say, I wish video games, I wish video games never really got popular, because of course you see the state, just not of every medium, but you see the state of video games today. I mean, of course, wrestling had its boom in popularity, and I feel like, yeah, like, I don't know. I always felt that, yeah, because it's like wrestling always had, yeah, it's always had its boom in popularity because of the simple fact of characters. But like I said, at the same time, I wish they never really had gone public like that, and because they would have, of course, they would have still had their popularity. But I wish Vince never really took the WWE public, and I wish they never, WWE never really become, like, really was really in the main, because even casuals don't watch anymore. I mean, but I never really wish that it would take off like that, because, like I said, you see where the business is at and where it is today. Like, whoever said this, but I think it was along the lines of Dutch Mantel. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the Marks. I wish. Yeah, I wish the Marks would have stayed behind the, outside of the ring. I liked it when Marks didn't, they were in the audience, or they. I think he said along. So, I wished. I liked it better when the Marks weren't in the ring, and they were outside in the audience. And it's like, like I said, regardless, and not only that they're in the audience today, but they're the wrestlers. They're the ones that is, they're the ones that are the commodities. They're supposed to be, putting professional wrestling on their back and taking it to a stratosphere, or at least keeping it in a stratosphere, as far as it can be in the best places that it can be. But it's like, we can't have that, because I said, whether in regards, because people want to be, so you got it's a so up gung ho, and they want to make everything about politics. They want to make every representation is and it's a reason why professional wrestling is suffering. I say, like, I could care, I could care less whether, I could care less, like, for real, I could care less if you're a woman, if you're black, you're a person of color, your sexual orientation, religion. I don't care. I could care less. Just as long as as long as you can keep my eyeballs from that TV screen, to the point to where I don't want to. Like I said, oh, I would do that shit later. I could care. Stop bothering me right now. I'm watching this. What's going on right here? I can't move right now. As long as you entertain me, which is all I ask. Yes, you can do whatever the fuck you can, and it especially goes to when you talk about wrestling fans. I don't care. Like I said, I don't. There's always been, like, not this has always been a type of wrestling fans, but I don't care. You like the in ring aspect, that's okay, but understand that the reason why WWE became as big as it was, of the simple fact that, this, like, the fact that, of course, they're on national TV. This is about entertainment and story, and you already know what takes place over that. Characters and stories are the focal front of that. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about Will Ospreay and Ricochet wrestling, going, doing these acrobatic, gymnastic moves for an hour. Like this is like, it's like the reverse of it's like the reverse because there can be a point in time of where a genre can get oversaturated, and nobody wants to see the same fucking role of it. Like I know, like you want to watch a particular something, then go watch the John Wick movies. I mean, they still have story and all that, but I'm just saying, like, as far as you example, go watch a fucking movie that's all about that. There's a whole genre for that. But don't try to sit here, and especially too, don't try to sit here and make professional wrestling for what it isn't. Don't try to tell me that I'm not a wrestling fan when I've been for over 20, 30 years now. And mostly at these fans, you just started watching in 2017, or you started watching in 2020, or you started watching when Roman Reigns all of a sudden became a beloved villain. Like, fuck out of here. You have no clue. And yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why it's just why professional wrestling is much of an, as of course, as these miraculous of idiots refuse to believe that, yeah, like, professional wrestling is a niche now. I mean, nobody watches it outside of people that watched when their significant or their loved one was watching. Nobody watches it outside of motherfuckers who grew up watching it in a family that grew up watching it when it was popular. Kids don't, like, nobody watches professional wrestling because it's uncool. You already had the stigma of that wrestling was just this, oh, this, you watch this shit, it's fake. Now, like, it was like some act like that professional wrestling, it used to be badass and cool. But now you got motherfuckers like Ricochet running around, and Will Ospreay, and just this whole just this whole vibe to where it's like it was already bad enough, but you gotta make it. Oh no, you actually gotta make it gayer and see it so fucking just so nerdish and uncool. It is ridiculous. I mean, it really is.